Welcome to this week's Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence. I am your host, Miss Ronnie, and I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. Today I want to talk a little bit about cancel culture and the court of public opinion. I know that the P. Diddy situation is kind of like dominating the news cycle for these past few weeks, and I was listening to different commentary on the subject, and I was listening to Blue Nola Tarot, and she said something that made a lot of sense to me. Number one, two things can be true at the same time. It could be true that Puffy did everything he is being accused of, and possibly that some people had good interactions with him and never experienced anything other than professionalism. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, cancel culture refers to the mass withdrawal of support from public figures or celebrities who have done things that are not socially acceptable today. So, like with the Bill Cosby situation, back in the day, it might have been okay to, put things in people's drinks, but today it is not, hence the reason why Puffy is in some of the trouble that he is in with his spiked champagne bottles. This practice of canceling or mass shaming often occurs on social media platforms. The opposite of cancel culture is celebrity culture or hustle culture. So I asked Google a question. I said, who has gotten canceled lately? And some of the people on the list were Doja Cat, Sean Diddy Combs, Lizzo, Justin Timberlake. And I found this very interesting, especially the way that it was worded. It said Elon Musk again. Again, Elon? What the hell are you doing? According to therapygroup.com, there are psychological impacts of cancel culture. Individuals who find themselves at the center of a cancel culture storm often report feelings of anxiety, depression, and a sense of social isolation. This acute social rejection can exacerbate existing mental health conditions or even trigger new mental health problems. Hence, I think that's the reason why 50 Cent made the post telling people, hey, if you haven't talked to Puffy or seen Puffy or whatever, y'all need to check on him or whatever. Because that is a real true thing. It wasn't funny. Is that people are going, when you suffer from... when you go through cancel culture, like they said, there's a lot of psychological effects. So the question is, has cancel culture gone too far? According to LinkedIn, while some may argue that cancel culture serves as a vital mechanism for holding the powerful accountable, it has morphed into an excuse for individuals to avoid responsibility, or worse yet, playground for keyboard warriors to vent their rage. That's what they call the keyboard killers. You would say all these things because you're typing it and you feel like you would never meet these people in real life, and would say some of the most disrespectful things to people. I guess they say that to vent their rage. Sometimes I don't feel that it's rage. Sometimes I feel that it's just being an ass. Now let's touch a little bit on the court of public opinion. According to Wikipedia, trying cases in the court of public opinion refers to using the media to influence public support for one side or even the other side in a court case or in any instance. Even I have went through somewhat of a cancel culture at one point due to jealousy. I have had people report my page, my channels, getting me shadow banned and try even to affect my company revenue. I think the reason that a person can't truly be canceled for jealousy is that the jealous person eventually shows their hand. This will have, doing things like this will have a stranger visiting your table with some words of encouragement, such as T.I.'s word, bygones, we don't let them be. Niggas disrespect me, I'ma catch a felony. For real, if you listen, I can get you paid, but not interested in shit you say. If it ain't about the money. Anyway, I'm just playing right now, but that is true. Because some people is just not going to let some of this type of stuff slide. But I'll get into what PR people say in just a minute. So let's touch on shadow banning. And this is just a little small segment because everybody has like a time limit on how much they shadow ban. I think that YouTube may take it too far because YouTube, I'm sorry to say, even though I am on that platform and it's owned by Google, YouTube is full of shit. Shadow banning, also called stealth banning, hell banning, ghost banning, and comment ghosting, is the practice of blocking or partially blocking a user or users' content from some areas of an online community in such a way that the ban is not readily apparent to the user, regardless if action is taken by the individual or the algorithm. And I think that's real messed up, because if you're going to report somebody's page anonymously, or you're going to hide their content, I think that you need to be a real person and let that person know. Shadow banning somebody is just, to me, like I said again, such bullshit. I normally don't say ugly things about people. I'd rather not mention them than to have to check them, especially if there's no professional or personal tie. But I'm going to tell you a little small story. I interviewed a content creator that I liked on this show. I liked the way that she gave a commentary. She was very professional and classy with it. So the creator was Koya TV of That Chick Koya out of Atlanta. She was talking about an issue that she had with another content creator by the name, at that time it was Nosy Ho Live. I think she's like Nosy Ho Celebrity Gossip or something like that. She really needs to be Nosy Ho Get the Hell Out of Town. And it's the same Nosy Ho that Nicki Minaj was suing, and the one who harassed Monica from All About the Tea. So Monica had to end up moving. Well, I don't think she had to, but she ended up moving her platforms to other places and just not fooling with YouTube, because I can see how a person not want to fool with YouTube. YouTube seemed like that they mistreat their content creators. I just say it like that. Decided to come out with a hit list and put people's names in a jar. She had her followers to attack other creators' pages. And I think that's ignorant, to try to come for someone for no apparent reason. So the use of cancel culture, the court of public opinion, and even having channels and pages shadow banned are ways that the public punishes people, creators, and entertainers and all of that. According to Mind You mental health system, there are 5 helpful tips that will protect you from cancel culture. Now, I don't know if this will help protect you, but I try to look at both sides of the spectrum. I'm going to list these things because they said that they might be helpful. 1, don't act upon your emotions immediately. It's like, don't vent because it's easier to get angry. So sometimes when people say stuff to me that might be upsetting, I just look at them. I just look, because I make sure that I don't let people gaslight me. Practice kindness. Think before you click. Don't be afraid to apologize if you're in the wrong. This has nothing to do with the story, but Spice from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, you try to come across like you're this nice person. You're not a bully. You're not aggressive. Baby, you are a bully and you are aggressive. And you need to apologize, not only to the viewers, but you really need to apologize to Carly. But I'll get on that at another time. And number 5, detach from social media and seek real life experience. Because a lot of this shit that you see on social media is not real life. It is stuff that people has made up, or a persona that they are trying to get you to buy into, or make you think that they are something that they are not. But Sickage looks at cancel culture from the PR standpoint. So that's what I was telling you about from earlier. We're going to look at some stuff about PR. 4 PR and marketing tips to keep your organization from cancel culture. So let's look and see if Puff Daddy is using any of these strategies. Number 1, actions speak louder than words. It says an organization's values speak volumes about its culture. So Puffy has been kind of quiet about voicing how he really feels about it. He gave a couple of statements and let the lawyer make the statement. But I just wonder about the culture, because so many people have so many complaints about him. 2, create and implement company-wide policies that incorporate your values. So, this is just me just wondering with him being accused of all the heinous things that's going on at these freak-off parties. I just wonder if the freak-offs were part of the company-wide policies. 3, watch your partnerships. I'm sure Puffy is looking at all the people who he's done business with and the support that they're providing or the lack of support that they are providing. I remember R. Kelly saying something similar about all these people that I've helped, all these people that I work with, and now all these allegations are coming out and nobody is standing up for me. So, it makes people look at you sideways a little bit. I really watch my partnerships because I don't like deceitful people. So if you're I had one time, I'm just trying to get you down to the bottom dollar. You trying to get me down to the bottom dollar? Well, hold up, God damn it. I choose not to work with your ugly ass. But I don't say it like that. I just, walk on out. But that's how I feel because, I can get real slick with my mouth. And because I didn't want to work with his ass, he tried to get other people not to work with me. That's the reason why you got that visit at your table, mother ucker. Number 4, don't be clueless. Stay up to date on pop culture and current events. I think this is a mistake that Puffy made. You wasn't thinking about, you talking, I'm Puff Daddy, I can't go to jail, is what you was saying. Some people had said that you said, but this is the thing. You should have been aware of, such as Black Lives Matter, such as protect black women, different things like that that's going on in culture right now. So when Cassie tried to negotiate, I think Puffy was clueless to the backlash and the potential for cancel culture because he felt like he was Puff Daddy. So I want you to remember, 2 things can be true at the same time. And although cancel culture is a way to publicly punish celebrities, people should also be able to voice when their experience with that person is different or positive than the public opinion. I know it's a hard line to walk between being canceled and the court of public opinion. So I hope these tips help. Remember, you can find us streaming live on social media, LinkedIn, YouTube, sometimes Facebook. I really like Twitch, and I'm about to tell YouTube to go to hell, for real. You can find the podcast on all podcasting platforms and find merchant services for musical and recording artists at www.blonde-intelligence.com. And I will see you next week. Bye.
Hey girl, let me tell you about this podcast.
Girl, everybody has a podcast these days.
But this one interviews new and interesting indie artists. It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Really? Where can I find it?
It's on all podcasting platforms, streams live on social media, and on rpentradio.com.
What'd you say it was called again?
It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Girl, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Give it a check, girl.